Let's take the opportunity now to take on what is a very, very vexatious, pretty unnerving, and imagine if you have to, and we've all dealt with this, I use the word trauma, or at least the vivacious experience of board examinations through in our lives. Imagine if it was as complex as it is in this year. The boards are not happening as far as the Central Board of Secondary Education is concerned. 18 other state boards have also cancelled it. 6 have completed. There are 4 others in which state SBSC board cancellation now matters before the courts. That's, I think, in Punjab, Andhra, and one Assam and one more state. So that matter is pending. Fair chance that they also meet the same fate. Then it comes down to how is evaluation going to get done. So let me, if you're watching this broadcast, we're going to try to, Deepak, can we get our call-in lines open? Can I ask the desk to open our call-in line in case anybody has any particular questions? We can help to try answer them. But here's the formula. The formula is that depending on your 10th board and 11th class results, that 30% weightage, and the balance 40% is going to be through internal assessment over the past 1 year. Now, I'm assuming that for most schools, the 10th board results are already published, so you can't really dispute those now. 11th board results are, well, not 11th exam results would be out, so it's difficult to dispute them. But the internal assessment now, that's a subjective matter. Now, the various schools are going to have various ways of ascribing internal assessment. Some have the internal exams, unit tests, monthly exams, half-yearly exams, and other ways of calculating it. So that is a matter which can be discussed and considered. Then, of course, many people can say that, look, we maybe didn't do too well in 10th and 11th, but we were studying really hard for the 12th. Because we knew that was the board exam that counts. That's what counts for university admission. What happens in that case? Not easy. Let's try to jump in on board. The latest update on all of this, for those of you watching the broadcast, is that the central CBSE has now said that if anybody has a problem with this formula 30, 30, 40, that they can opt in to give a physical examination. So they can voluntarily make a list, and for that they've opened up, or they're going to open up an application process. So let me open up this conversation. Praveen Raju, co-chair of the FICCI Arise, as well as founder of Suchitra Academy, joining us on the broadcast. Dr. Upma Arora, she's principal of JBM Global School. Neeraj Kumar Bidhotia, he's principal of Daily College in Indore. Sandeep Singhal, who's an educationist, and I have a young student, Ayush Nambiar. He's studying in Modern Barakhamba. And I'm assuming just completed his 12th standard. Mr. Bidhotia, if I can begin with you, sir. Has this been officially communicated to you now, 30, 30, 40?
Yes, we have got notice from the CBSE. It's been not individually, but it is on their website, and we have had access to that. I was just reading that. Yes, so we have got that. And as you said, it is not easy for any board to really find most valid, reliable, fair, unbiased and transparent system. But given COVID situation, what else do you propose? This is very, very difficult. So I think CBSE, I'll say overall, it's a fair scheme. It will not satisfy all. I do think, as I said in my last meeting when I had with NewsX, this will definitely, the bright lot will feel little done in. They would like a real exam. And I have got some response from my students. And most of them agree that on one thing, that class 11, they were not serious. And having 30% weightage of class 11, they would like that reduced. While there is a lot of bright students who are saying that now the situation has improved and let us have 3 exams at least, the main 3 exams, and we will be happy to give those. So those are the voices from the student. But I feel, given the COVID situation, given the decision that there will be no exam, it's pretty fair scheme. And that they have included board 10th result.
Okay. Is there a fairness in it? Because I remember being in class 11 also. So it is efficacious to say that, yes, you do take it a bit easy after just having completed a board. But wouldn't that be fairly that everybody would be taking it slightly more easy, so there would be a fairer assessment, or is that inherently biased somehow?
Well, I mean, I think the brightest student still would have done well. But the large proportion of the students, this is an exploratory year. They explore themselves, they explore various activities, they are looking for leadership
Exactly.
role.
I sympathize completely.
And they do not become serious. I myself, having got a gold medal in MSc and MPhil physics, almost flunked physics in class 11. I was just remembering my 11th year. I mean,
I'm not going to discuss my physics result from class 11. I'm hoping my physics teacher from Modern Barakamba is not watching this telecast. But yes, well, I got a job, guys. I did okay.
So yeah, so that is fair. But I think, given the overall scheme, given their logic, they have also produced a document which goes into why they had to include 10, why they had to include 11, why they had to do 12. Only board exam, which is a standardized exam, is 10th for this year group.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it is not fair because some children will say, look, in 10th, I was not good in those subjects and I left those in 11th and 12th. So they have included 11th in that. But having the board exam of 10th having certain weightage gives, I think, the differential that we are looking for within the student groups.
Okay, because you can argue that because internal exams are also measured differently by different schools. Some schools will have a higher percentage results, some school will have on average lower percentage results, and that bias gets magnified. It's not easy, it's going to be imperfect, and it's going to be an unhappy situation. But another ambient angle has been added to this, that some students who want to physically appear for the paper are now being given the opportunity to physically appear for the paper. Binotia ji, have you heard about this? We just got a note from one of the members of the CBSE indicating that students who want to appear for an examination can opt in for a physical examination. Have you heard about this, sir?
Yes, there is. It was also in class 10 when we were preparing the result. This is once you declare the results, if a child is unhappy, they can appear in that. So that is there, but that will delay their results further if they are looking for admission in the college. It is going to be, that.
Okay,
I'll just go back to your point, what you said about 11th and 12th, that the different schools have different policy. Of course, that is standardization is required there. And therefore, they are talking of historic result, best result amongst, the last 3 year results. And they are saying you can do maximum +2. So they are giving that. And within the subject, you can be ±5. So I think there is a degree of, standardization achieved there.
Okay, there's a caller joining us, Indu Mathur from Delhi. Indu ji, go ahead.
I have assumption already in the proper way. There was a normal whole year academics, a proper board exam, and that sheet is going to carry them the black and white, which when you go for admissions also colleges ask for, whether it's universities abroad or whether it's in India. So I do not see any logic of giving 30% for class 12, purely for the fact that they have already done, been evaluated, been marked. There's no logic. Somehow I'm finding it a little bit difficult to understand why this 30% weightage is given to class 10 and gone.
Okay, so there can be a conversation that if the evaluation is anyway happening for class 12, why does class 10 have to come into this? But, like I said, it's an open conversation. I'll try to answer that question. But let me get Ayush in. We've spoken to a school principal. Now let's get a school student. Ayush, are you relieved? Because let's face it, we've all gone through a massive crisis in the past couple of months. There's no family that's untouched now. Are you relieved that in the middle of this, you don't have to worry about boards? Or are you actually a bit anxious because now it's a bit confusing?
See, first of all, I'd like to mention that as today in the morning I read the news, I freaked out, realizing that I did not perform as well as I should have in class 11, because I think there are two things. One is a preparation for boards and one is a preparation for school. And boards being always a lot more, serious for us, we prepare better. So I freaked out. But then when I started calculating, there's also this best of 3 which, if I'm not wrong, exists. Best of three, and in best of three, like I was never very good in math or science, so I, being a humanities student, got that benefit of best of three, and I am scoring pretty well because of that. 11th, yes, in 11th grade, again, I did not score as great. I performed brilliantly in class 12, whether it was online or offline, did amazingly well there. But I think grade 11 is a bit pinch, even though, but I think
you know 60% of your result now, okay, because you already know your 10th and 11th marks, right? So 60% of the result you know, only balance 40% is now pending on how your school gives your internal assessment. So on that basis, are you now feeling comfortable, or would you now think that maybe I should exercise the option of physically appearing for a paper if that option exists later?
See, most students, again, this is a conversation that I had almost a month ago as well, and before that as well, that we have entrance exams for colleges. These, board results are right now just a certificate of your assessment, assessment certificate of assessment for school, for your college or your future. I right now I'm worried more about my entrance, which is I'm preparing for CLAP, which is in July end. So I think right now I'm quite relieved, and I don't want to start.
Kind of colleges will have, if of course engineering colleges, MBA institutions will have entrance examinations. Some of course were dependent upon your board results. So okay, let me open up this conversation quickly and take the opportunity to getting Praveen Raju in. Praveen Raju, obviously it's an imperfect solution. Okay. In the balance of things, this 30%, 30%, 30. Is there a better idea out there that we are missing?
Yes, in my view, firstly, as Mr. Neeraj has mentioned earlier, that it is a very, very difficult year. It's very difficult to kind of get different views and different scenarios and bring up an order or a marking scheme that our CBSE has proposed now. But in my view, that grade 10 and grade 11, there's a large bunch of students who are preparing for their IITs or some of the competitive exams. They don't take their 10th and 11th seriously, and they kind of do study hard and perform very well in the grade 12s. So it's possibly one thing possibly out of context, but it's time to relook at the marking scheme that our India, so much emphasis that we lay on the grade 12. So now the rules of the game were given, that it's your 12th grade marks that counts. That's how you progress in your life, and now the rules are changed. I agree that it's a pandemic situation. It's a very difficult situation, but the better solution would have been that leave the marking scheme to the schools itself, and make sure that the cap is not above the average of the last 3 years, the highest of the marks.
So the school doesn't give all its students 100 and everything. That can happen.
Yeah, but I agree with you. But if you take the last 3 years average of any particular school, if the school average is, let's say, 90%, so this year your average of the entire school should not be more than 90%. Okay. So some level of moderation should have been, allowed.
Very tricky. Very tricky. Neeraj already wants to come in. Okay, it's tricky. Okay, but you're giving me a mixed answer. You're saying that the 12th board system, as it is probably flawed. There should be a better average anyway. But you have a problem only because the rules have changed, and somebody planning as per this rule. And you're right, when I was in school, you started studying for your since class 11. I believe now kids start even earlier. You take up your courses even earlier, maybe even in class 10. Is there any other option? So you've given us one option. Is there any other option, Praveenji?
Yes, the first is the that scheme, and the second scheme possibly could have been that the weighted average of grade 10 and 11 should not have been so high.
Okay, but then okay, fine, all right.
That should have been substantially lower.
That's a point being made. Let me take the opportunity to getting in Dr. Arora. She's principal of JBM Global School. Dr. Arora, so is there a relief factor because there is a genuine physical risk because of the exams? and how much of the stress that this is going to create is going to balance that out. How are your staff and students taking this?
See, of course, yes, it is the one of the best solutions that CBSE could have find it out, and I'm really very happy with this solution, because in class 10, why the moderation was done, 3 years average was calculated. Why should a child suffer because of others? Here in this case, in grade 12, what the child has earned in last 3 years is getting the result of that. In that case, if in grade 10, what CBSE has done, they have taken the average and then the moderation is to be done. Why should a child suffer because of others? Why should a child suffer? Because we are facing a problem. In science, my result was not good. Otherwise, all those years was good. But the children have to suffer. Why should a child suffer? In this case, whatever a child has earned in last consecutive 3 years, he's getting the result of that.
Okay,
so it's a very good solution that they have come out. Otherwise, also the children who are appearing for entrance exam, everywhere in all the colleges, they are going to appear for entrance exams. So what is the need? What is the fun of creating another average and then find it out? No, it's a very simple solution. It's
it's a simple solution. Are your students aware, or have you been made aware of this optional exam that has just been offered today?
Yes, 90%, 95% of the children are not going to appear for the exam.
Okay, so they probably won't take it. Now I'm assuming
they won't take.
Yeah, so I'm assuming now, Dr. Arora, that most of your students, they already know 60% of the result, right?
Right.
Balance 40% is due. Now, how is your internal assessment? Are you guys doing it on the basis of first term, second term exams, or unit tests, or is it subjectively based? How are you guys attempting it?
It is pre-board. See, we had taken three pre-boards. One PT1.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
I must tell you. No. It was we named it PT1, periodic test 1, periodic test 2, and then pre-boards. So 3 consecutive were then whatever is the best, wherever the child is getting the best marks, we will be giving that.
Okay, so it's on the basis of the pre-board or periodic test results.
Yes.
Okay.
They were done in the month of February. They were done in the month of January end, February end, and March.
And I'm assuming that the pre-board results have already been declared or not?
Yes, the children already know.
So the children almost know what their final score is.
Yes.
They can average it themselves.
They know.
Mr. Bhadotia, same question to you. So then how is your internal assessment going to be different? Because every school has a slightly different system.
Yes, so class, when you have internal assessment, obviously school to school it will differ. The way the papers are set, the way they are evaluated. And when you have internal assessment for pre-board, people are a little strict so that children then, know that they have to work harder. So that is going to happen. We did in class 10th, and I think the experience is not going to be different. We have enough data. Once the data is prepared for each child, the CBSE has given flexibility that whether you pick up one exam or whether you pick up combination of exams and do the weighted average for that. In the interest of child, we are going to work that. So every child is going to
give them the best possible of combinations available.
Now, I will answer to Mr. Raju's point about, the cap. The cap is already put. The last 3 years result, you can only be higher by +2. And within the subjects also, they've gone ±5. So I think pretty fair system that way. Even class 11 marks are low. Through your medium, I want to tell every student, that even if you have scored less in 11, do not worry, because your best result will be up by +2. So you will be fixed. And if you get less, there will be moderation. So standardization will happen. And I think it's pretty fair, very, very fair scheme.
Okay, so is this making, Ayush, now, sense to you that, for example, do you roughly now know what your internal assessment is going to be based out of? Is it going to be based on your pre-boards? Do you know that by now?
So I know for one thing that we were one school that we were not able to conduct offline pre-boards. So we will have our assessment should be honestly on the pre-boards that have been conducted were online. So I'm personally expecting good results from the school, and I have complete faith in-
Okay, so do you roughly have an idea how much you
I
can
do. I very much do, and it's right in front of me in the
You've
notebook.
done the math. Okay, you don't have to tell us it's okay. You have to tell mommy, daddy. You don't have to tell us it's okay. You don't have to announce it on television. But so you roughly have an idea, and
I
that's
do.
not, and it's not mind blowing you that, oh my God, this is a disaster. So you're not worrying about that much.
That is not a worry. The only worry was 11th grade results, because I know people last year, my batch senior to me, who just passed grade 11 and still got 96, 97% in 12th. So that is where the worry point
Not discuss
comes
my
in.
class 11. Okay, so let me take the opportunity of getting Praveen Raju in. Praveen ji, every crisis gives us an opportunity to maybe learn and adapt. Have we stumbled upon a better way of doing things than a class 12 board per chance?
Yes, this is very interesting because if you see the boards outside, especially the IB, International Baccalaureate, they kind of do an assessment based on the complete grade 11 and 12. So we should pick up assessment, guidelines from boards like that and try to incorporate in our system.
Okay.
While I understand that CBSE is a very, very large board and there's huge diversity in the schools itself, but we have to consult with numerous organizations, schools, academicians, and come out with a marking scheme that is better than what it is today. Assessments of CBSE have been progressive, absolutely no doubt about it. In fact, they're moving away from the large answers into multiple choice questions and analytical questions and answers and stuff like that. That's a step in the right direction.
Okay.
But somewhere we should progress to the way the IB conducts its marking scheme.
Okay, interesting thought. Let me get Ms. Singhal into this conversation. Ms. Singhal, thanks for listening in. Overall, after having heard the people here, we've got pretty much all kinds of stakeholders and the feedback that you're getting. Is this the best jugaad that we can do?
Rightly said. I mean, right word is jugaad. I'm not going to debate on how this condition was set, how was this parameter set, 30, 30, 40. But I've been dealing with students who are preparing for entrance exams. I come from a background of students preparing for entrance exams. I represent PACE, which we prepare students for competitive exams. Now, when I say science, when a student takes science, he works really hard in class 10 because then only can he get science. So that has been accounted for. I'm talking about science students specifically. And in all these entrance exams which happen after class 12, 11th and 12th, students have to study. In any entrance exam, you have to prepare for 11th and 12th because the combined syllabus of 11th and 12th is what comes after in any entrance exam. So any student who's prepared, who's a science student and is seriously taking up science will not be definitely affected, for sure. Because his 10th, 11th and 12th have been accounted for. Also, very interesting thing. This year, till now, 75% is what the students had to get in class 12 to appear for JEE Mains and advanced exams. This year, that percentage has been scrapped. So there is absolutely nothing which a student has to worry about as far as science students are concerned. And rest is left on entrance exams conducted by the various institutes.
Okay.
So I don't think there is much of a problem.
So have we again inadvertently stumbled into a reality that the class 12 board is now defunct?
Yes, I mean, also I would also say it happens with everybody. This has happened with everyone. So if a student, I hear these things when a student comes out and he says that I didn't score well in my IIT exam in physics because it was tough. It was tough for everyone. So that normalization has already happened. So everybody who was in this state has performed almost in a uniform way.
Okay, so if the rules have been changed, as Praveen Raju was telling us, as long as the rules have been changed and retroactively they're applicable in the same way to everyone, then that can be potentially fair as well. I'm running short of time. Okay, so let me get Ayush back into this. Ayush, now, where does now the hinge point lie? So I'm assuming now that as per the decisions you're done with school, if you don't intend to opt in for an exam, so now where does your next journey lie? Are you applying for college within India? Are you applying abroad? What is the procedure now?
I have applied for CLAT. I am a law aspirant, so I am looking for all the colleges in India. I'm not pursuing about, I'm not going abroad. But for me, I will. Sandeep sir said that there's a cutoff. For me, there is no cutoff. For me, my board results are just कि हाँ uncle auntie को दिखाने के लिए. Honestly, at this moment, that is all the board result is. For me, my CLAT exam, I have been, and I was since last 6 months. I was dedicating 70% of my time to CLAT and to my entrance.
But it's not an easy exam because again, it's very, very competitive. I have appeared for it, and had I got a better ranking, I probably would have been a lawyer and not a journalist. And the 2 entrances I gave, this is the profession that was picked for me by my entrances. And here I am. Whether I'm good or bad, you guys can judge. Neeraj ji, how many of your students are mostly generally focusing on the entrances anyway? That the board has become a formality for them?
I think quite a few have already got admissions, be it even the local university like Ashoka and Kriya and all, they have taken admissions.
And generally, if you're going abroad, it's just a provisional.
People who are going abroad have also got their admissions offers. So for them, there is no big issue except that they need a certificate that they have passed it, and grades matter. I don't think there's an issue for that, but there are another big number which looks for Indian top colleges.
Yeah.
And that, I think, will remain a point of worry.
Okay, so let's do the Stephens LSR. How does Stephens LSR? I'm going to try to get those principles also. But if they have to now do admissions, do they again follow the cutoff model, or do they need to come up with something else?
I think they will have to use CBSE model and ICSE, they both. And I don't know how the state boards are going to do now. Probably they will have to follow the same thing because it's a Supreme Court order. Many of them have cancelled this thing. So probably this cutoff will work. Otherwise, you have another exam for children.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.